Good morning, welcome back to Paper, Paint, and Spaceships. It is very early on the morning of December 11th, and we are not going to talk about how much or little sleep I have or have not gotten since I talked to you last. We're just going to dive right in, and this is going to be a chill, mellow video, and everyone's gonna have a good time. It's gonna be nice. Let's go. Let's go to December. All right, let's start with previous inks. So, in 2019, there was Elf, which is a pretty solid middle-of-the-road green. In 2021, there it was Party Time, which was this bubblegum pink shimmer that has blue shimmer in it. Like this basically makes me think of Barbie. That's all I can think of when I see that. 2022 was Apple Teeny, which I don't think was a shimmer. What I realized, I think today, was that I can check this year's, what they were last year. So like Velvet Emerald, very much not a shimmer over here. Anyways, I digress. December 11th, 2023 was a kind of slightly gray blue star bright called Glacier. I've talked about these before. They made me mad. I don't have it in me to be mad right now. I just like blue, and shimmer is fun. And I think that glaciers are also kind of special. So this ink, you know what? It gets a pass today for me. But those were the previous inks. So let's pull Inkvent out. So what did I say it was? I said it was the 11th. The 11th is right here, right in front. I believe that today's prediction is an orange of some variety. So that's what we are predicting. And it looks a little bit like an orange. So here we go. Let me turn to the right page here so you have something pretty to look at. All right, so this ink is called Grotto. See if you can see it. It has a classification that I have never seen before. Right here, it says Extreme Sheen. I have seen bottles that say sheen on them. I have never seen bottles that say Extreme Sheen. So I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous right now. Yeah, I'm shaking it up because I don't know what to expect. It's making me nervous. And let's go ahead and write with it. Okay, so we're going to call this Grotto. So that definitely looks like an orange. It's giving me quinacridone rust. I have in the past. I don't know how This can be labeled extreme sheen and cranberry is labeled standard. All right, I'm still scared of it. I cannot explain to you why I am scared of an extreme sheener more than anything else, but I am. I want to make sure that I handle it respectfully. I respect its time, and that it is able to leave work when it wants to. Oh my goodness. Yep, I'm gonna need to rinse that plastic. Okay, that is very, very orange. Still makes me think of quinacridone rust. I'm also realizing that this blob strategy that I have is starting to tend towards rectangles, and I'm very sorry, but that is not something that will be fixed today. So we're going to set this aside and pull out the Colorvent calendar. Day 11 is over here. The prediction for this one is a yellow. So let's see what we have. It is Da Vinci Glow is inspired by the phenomenon where light reflected from the Earth, also known as Earthshine, illuminates the outline of the moon. And I'm trying to get it out of the little, there we go. I think that looking at this, I think this is going to end up being a polychromatic shader. We are gonna see, because it's got like a little bit of blue and some pink and anyways, we're gonna see what this looks like. Ugh. It's so hard to open. Oh my goodness. This is turning metallic. I still don't know how cranberry is not marked as an extreme sheen. Anyways, Da Vinci Glow. Da Vinci. Da Vinci Glow. So first impressions is this seems a little bit dry, and maybe that's to be expected because it is fairly pale. I will also say that I think I may have contaminated on accident just a little bit over here because that looks just slightly rusty to me, but again, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, and so now we will use a different side of the plastic because again, respect the sheen. And smush, 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 smear, smear, smear. I wonder if that is so pale. I almost feel like I need to do this again and make sure that I have like really clean tools, because this also felt like it was contaminated by a color that I couldn't quite see on the plastic that I used, but we'll see how it dries. But yeah, they do need to dry. And so I am now going to bring out the tree or the tree piece for today, everybody wish me luck, because I don't know if this has the correct instructions. Yesterday definitely did not. I had instructions for the 20th and it was the 10th. I'll see you in a minute. Like the universe knew that I was running on fumes, and it's like, you know what? We got you. We're just gonna give you a little bit of the trunk of a tree, and that's all you have to do. Oh, okay. I am so glad that it was the right instructions for the day. I don't think I would have had it in me to do much more than that. So, here we go. Here is Grotto and Da Vinci Glow. So as this dries, I am less convinced it was contaminated. I'm almost tempted to try and write with it again, but instead I am going to, off screen real quick, flip through my Inkvent inks and see if there's anything that matches either of these. I don't think so. And then we'll go through my non-Inkvent inks. So if you'll give me a moment. So there's actually more for Grotto than I remember. With Da Vinci Glow, really one more sleep and then like Ghost. And that's kind of it. I'll show you Ghost in just a second. But with Grotto, I had stuff like Fireside Snug. This is also one that if you watch my video from last year, which I will link in the card, I hope, I compare it to a quinacridone orange color, which is what I mentioned that this reminded me of. It also kind of looks like it has undertones similar to Celebration. I am not going to compare it to Wonderland because that is probably my least favorite Inkvent color. And Grotto, while weird, is not Wonderland. Let me get to the next one. There's a little bit of flame. Like there were a lot of oranges, a lot more than I remember. There's Vintage Copper, but that's very red. This is definitely orange, and it's like a pinky orange. There is also Bucks Fizz around here somewhere. There it is, and it's on the same page as Ghost, which is, let's move this up to be more center. That is one of the ones that I was thinking of. But Bucks Fizz is also, because it's a vibrant orange, and it is loaded with shimmer. And Grotto is still not dry. And if it is an extreme sheen, it probably never will be. Here, I can go through these a little bit easier because a couple that this reminds me of, it reminds me of Wendy Darling and Butterfly Nebula. I will pull out Butterfly Nebula. But I do not have a swatch of Wendy Darling. But I think it's a Waringle ink. However, the ones that let's see. So you're going to pull out Apache Sunset, which is an ink that never dries, and I suspect it will have that in common. And Diamine Pumpkin. There we go. Now you can see them. For purples, let's go ahead and pull out Sailor Mano, Haha, and Fuji. The reason that I am pulling out Fuji, and I could pull out 224 and 123 for very similar reasons, is because of the writing. Like, the writing is so much different than the swatch. Let's look at this, right? So Sailor Mano, the writing kind of is light like this, but this is fairly blue with just a little bit of purple. This is very periwinkle, right? Let me move things over here and move this up so you can look at it. Kind of ignoring whatever is going on here in the middle. This whole blob is very periwinkle. It gets confusing when you look at the writing sample. And this is, I wonder if I maybe had it contaminated with a little bit of Grotto, but I don't think so. Anyways, this writing sample is why I pulled out Sailor Mano, is because there is a very similar sort of purple cast to it, right? And I pulled out Butterfly Nebula just because of how pale it is, right? And moving on to Grotto, which does indeed look like it has some massive amounts of sheen. Like, they're not kidding. I just don't understand why Cranberry wasn't the same. Like, look at that. Look at how shiny that is. Apache Sunset is known to not dry among the people that I know who use fountain pens. Like, it is a beautiful color. It is remarkably one of the better behaved Noodler's inks. But yeah, it doesn't dry. So I don't know that I really have anything else to add today. I hope that everyone has a wonderful Tuesday and gets all the rest that they need, including myself. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye.